guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, make sure you guys subscribe, turn that notification bell on because you do not want to miss a video, and also give this video a fat thumbs up. So as you guys can already tell by the title, today I am going to be talking about another pregnancy. If you guys don't already know, I have already told the Prince Family channel, where that's where I upload, you know, almost every single day over there. If you guys don't know, I am pregnant with baby number 4. And we're gonna go into all the details today about how this happened, when this happened, just like some cravings I had, symptoms I had, troubles in the pregnancy so far. Because if you guys watched my last video, then you guys know that I said I would be making a separate video talking about the pregnancy, because there has been some hard times in this pregnancy, if you want to say. So if you guys are ready, then come on me and let's get right into the video. I had wrote some notes down, so if you guys see me staring at my phone, I just wrote some notes down there for I don't want to miss anything, okay? So yes, I am pregnant. Round of applause, I guess. Tell me congratulations. You know what I'm saying? I'm 23 and I am pregnant I'm pregnant with my 4th child. This pregnancy was not at all. It just wasn't expected. It wasn't planned. If you guys don't know, then I had recently got my body done in November of 2019. I had got lipo and I had got a BBL, and come to find out, 1, 2, 3, I think like 3 months later, I ended up pregnant. So no, it was not planned. I was not trying to have another baby. I actually was done with having kids. And the thing about it was, I was already on birth control. I was on birth control before I had planned my surgery. And then when I went into my surgery, they said you have to stop your birth control 2 weeks prior to your surgery. So that's what I did. After my surgery, I never got back on the birth control. So I will blame myself for that. Well, not really myself, I'll blame my doctor, because I kept telling her like, hey, I need some birth control, okay? I need some birth control. And she was just like, well, let's just wait and this and that. So I was trying to get on birth control, but I didn't. And so that's how we ended up here. I got pregnant, I'm thinking in February sometime. And so that brings up to the next, you know, answer for you guys. My due date is November 1st, 2020. I am 25 weeks and 5 days pregnant the day that I'm filming this video. So I'm almost 26 weeks, guys. I am in my 2nd trimester, and I think that's 6 months. I'm already 6 months pregnant, you guys. That's crazy. So let's go over my symptoms in the beginning to how I found out I was pregnant. I don't really remember exactly how I found out. I think I was 11 days late on my period, and I was just like, but the thing about it was, my periods are always irregular. My periods, they never come on time when they're supposed to. You know how like some people, they can track their periods and like, oh, it's gonna come on this date, I know it is. My periods were never like that. My periods always came like a day late, 2 days late, a day early. My periods were always irregular. And the month in January, I was actually 11 days late on my period as well, but then my period eventually came. This time I was 11 days late, and I was like, well, let me just, you know, buy a test off of Amazon and let me just take this test. I took the test, you guys, and I kid you not, I looked at the test and it said positive or yes or whatever the test said, and I was in shock. I'm like, okay, I got this test off of Amazon. This has to be a joke. This is probably one of the little fake pregnancy prank tests, you know what I'm saying? So I told Damien, I was like, hey, I'm pregnant. And he just looked at me like, bro, are you kidding? And I'm just like, no, this is serious. And what he did was, he was super in shock too. So you know, I told him, I said, go to Target and please give me like 3 more boxes of tests. I took, I don't know how many tests, you guys. I took more than 10 tests, because I could not believe the results that were on that test. I just couldn't believe it, because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, this has to be a joke. It has to be a joke. Like, I was not trying to get pregnant again. And I just cried. I couldn't help myself. I just cried, and I was crying because my emotions were everywhere. Like, when I found out I was pregnant, Nova's like, she was younger than a year old, okay? She was less than a year old. She just turned a year in April. This is the fastest I've ever gotten pregnant with another child. So I didn't have any symptoms when I took the test. The only symptom I had was I was 11 days late on my period, and I just like, oh, well, let me just take it. So, you know, sometimes you're just like, let me just take a test. That was me, but it backfired on myself. So after that, I had really bad nausea. I was like sick. Like, I didn't throw up all the time. I did throw up a couple times, but the thing about it was, I literally felt sick all the time. I felt like I had to throw up, and it just just would not come out. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything. And that was the only symptom that I really had. My boobs never got sore. Any of the other symptoms, I never had any symptoms except for the late period. And then as soon as I found out, that nausea hit me. It came. So yeah, I had really bad nausea in the beginning where I just literally couldn't do anything. Let's see. I have like a lot of stuff written down, so I'm gonna go over my cravings real quick. My cravings that I have for this pregnancy is, the first craving I ever had was cereal. So I literally, even still to this day, my craving is cereal. And I literally eat cereal like 2 or 3 times a day. It don't even have to be the same cereal. I'll eat like Oreo cereal, I'll eat Captain Crunch Trick cereal. Like I eat, as long as it's like fruity or chocolatey, I'll eat it, you know what I'm saying? I'll eat Rice Krispies. I'm eating any type of cereal, any type of day, any type of time, anything. Cereal, ice cream. I cannot stop going to Dairy Queen. And when I go to Dairy Queen, I either get a dip cone, a regular vanilla cone, or I get a Snickers Blizzard with extra Snickers. As I'm talking to you guys right now, it sounds so good, and I just want to stop this video just to go get my ice cream because it sounds so freaking good. And the other craving that I have, so I only have 3 cravings. So I had cereal, ice cream, and then the other craving I had is ice. And I know that is so bad. Look, I have a ice water cup right here. What I do, I put ice in here and I put water and I let the ice get like softened, and then I start eating the ice once it gets softened. So I'm sitting here waiting for my ice to get soft. I'm actually gonna eat a piece of ice right now. I don't know if it's all the way softened, but we're going to see because it just sounds so good. It's cold. Look, it turned to like a little ASMR. The other ice that I eat, I don't know if you guys ever tried this. When I had told my mom about me eating ice a certain way, she was like, what? Why do you do like that? I put the ice in a blender and I mush it up, and it makes it like really, it makes it kind of like you guys ever ate like snow before? That's what it kind of tastes like when it's just my cravings. I do not play about my cravings, okay? Let's see, next little, you know, thing to talk about. I have really bad acid reflux, and when I tell you guys my acid reflux keeps me up at night, it is so freaking bad. I looked up online like, hey, how to get rid of acid reflux. It says, oh, don't eat before bed, make sure your head is elevated, do this, do that. I've tried everything. I literally won't even eat like 3 hours before I go to bed, and I still have the acid no matter what I do, no matter if I drink, no matter if I eat anything, every single freaking night. And even during the day sometimes, it's like I have like, it feels like stuff stuck in my throat to where it needs to come up, but then you just keep constantly burping all the time and nothing comes up. I don't know if you guys ever had acid reflux before, but it's not a good feeling at all. I need to contact my doctor, therefore I can like, hey, is there any medications I can take or something for this, because it's really that bad. Like I can't even sleep at night sometimes because of it, or like sometimes I like panic or like have like an anxiety attack because I feel like it's like stuff stuck in my throat and it won't come up, it won't come out. So if you guys know any type of like remedies or like anything I can do, please like write me on Twitter or Instagram or something. Contact me and let me know how to get rid of it. If you guys had acid reflux and you guys found a way to get rid of it, please tell me, baby, because I need it. Like I need it today, I need it now. I can't do this any longer. Okay, progesterone shots. If you guys don't know what that is, progesterone shots, basically you put it once a week inside of the like butt area, like the upper masculine, I don't know what the hell it's called, the upper butt. Okay, you put it a shot upper butt, and it's supposed to help keep the baby in longer. My first child ever was premature, so ever since then, every child that I have, Kyrie, Nova, and now this one, I have to do progesterone shots to make sure the baby can make it to full term. Now it's not 100% guaranteed, but it helped my last 2 pregnancies, so now I have to do it this pregnancy, and I would have to do it for any other pregnancy if I was to ever get pregnant again. I would have to do it for like all of those. So that's just to help keep the baby in. Okay, so here we go. Now we're about to get into the juicy stuff. Is y'all ready? So in the beginning of my pregnancy, I was bleeding. I was bleeding like a lot. Like I literally was just laying in bed one day and I thought I was peeing myself, but it wasn't pee, it was blood. And I was so scared. I was like, this never happened to me before, so what do? I called the like the on-call nurse or whatever, and they told me to go to the ER. So what I do, I got my butt up and I went to the ER. They checked the baby, they checked everything, and they said that the baby, it looked normal, it came back normal. Then I went to my OBGYN to have like a little checkup from the ER visit or whatever, and she said that I had what she thought was a subchronic hemorrhage. Now I'm gonna have like little definitions of these things pop up because I can't really explain it into like detail for you guys, but she thought I had a subchronic hemorrhage. She was just like, well, you know, just be careful, don't have intercourse, don't lift anything heavy, just, you know, try and do as least as possible. So that's what I was doing. And then I had my 20-week anatomy scan for the baby to make sure the baby's growing right, to make sure, you know, everything's looking how it should be. And they told me, oh, the doctor's gonna call you in like 2 days. I'm like, okay, thank you. The doctor literally called me, my doctor called me the same exact day, you guys. It wasn't no 2 days, whatever. The doctor called me the same exact day, and she told me that they had found a chronic hematoma. And I'm just like, okay, so first you tell me I had a subchronic hemorrhage, and now you tell me I have a chronic hematoma. Like, what's the difference? I don't know the exact difference of them. I just know that they both have to do with like bleeding like inside of here somewhere in front of the baby. And it was medium in size, I think like 6 centimeters or something like that. And they were a little concerned. They was like, okay, we're gonna wait 2 weeks and then we want you to come back to have another anatomy scan. Mind you, the scan takes like an hour long because they have to literally measure the baby's head, do this, do that. They have to do like a lot of stuff. And so what I do, I waited 2 weeks and I went back and I had another ultrasound. And this time when I had another ultrasound, the doctor called me, I think the same day again. Yes, the same day again. And the doctor said, okay, we have good news. Your hematoma has shrunk. It shrunk from a size medium to a size small, so we're not too worried about that. But now there's another problem. And I'm like, what else? Like, what else is the problem? And they're like, oh, you have a low fluid and your baby's measuring smaller than it should be. And I'm just like, okay, so is that a problem? Should I be worried about it? Mind you, because I've never had any of these things happen before. My other pregnancies were just like, okay, the baby's fine, you know, you're fine, whatever. And so I did what you should not do. If your doctor tells you something and you go look it up on Google, Google has the worst answers ever. I'm sitting here crying and scared because if you have low fluid, the baby needs fluid to survive. That's how they survive, that's how they grow, that's what they're in for 9 months. And if you don't have that, the baby's not gonna survive. So when she said you have low fluid, I'm thinking the worst case possible. She said no intercourse again, no picking up stuff, don't pick up your daughter, don't lift anything heavy, don't do this, don't do that, take it easy. And I'm just like, okay, like, yeah, I'll do that. And then she says, oh, your baby's also measuring like a week or 2 under or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, is that something to worry about? Because mind you, I have smaller babies, so I wasn't really too concerned about that. I'm like, I have smaller babies. All my kids were 6 pounds. I've never had a 7-pound baby. Now let's pray that I do not have no 7 or 8 pound baby. I'm looking up to you and talking to you because I don't know if I can push that out. Okay, I don't know if I can push that big old baby out. But my kids have always been smaller, so I wasn't really too concerned about that. And then the last thing that happened this pregnancy was my iron. My last pregnancy, fine. The other 2 pregnancies, like the other 3 pregnancies, they're fine. Until I had my daughter, and that's when I lost a lot of blood during delivery. And they said I had low iron, I had to stay at the hospital extra day, whatever. So now this pregnancy, I have low iron again. And I'm just like, what in the heck? Now I know that I think eating ice can cause that a little bit, but I've been taking my iron tablets, so hopefully when I do my glucose test, like I'm not there yet. She said when I do that test that she'll test my iron again and make sure that it's where it should be and whatever. If I need to get like a blood infusion or iron infusion or whatever it's called, then she'll do that for me. So yeah, that's all the updates on this pregnancy. I don't think I have any more updates I can really give you guys right now. The baby's growing, the baby's moving. I have a little small bump. I'll get up and show you guys in a second. I have a little small bump, and I feel like it's been a rough one, but I feel like it's starting to get it's starting to get better, like day by day. Like the pregnancy is starting to get easier. It's starting to get better. Another thing, the baby is super, super low. And with the baby being super low, the doctor said I'm gonna be a wobbler. I'm already wobbling and I'm only 6 months and I'm barely even, like I'm not even that big and I'm already wobbling because the baby's super, super low and the baby will not move. Like you have all this space down there and you wanna stay at the way, way bottom. Like it's not your time to come out yet. You know what I'm saying? So that is all of the updates. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Turn your notifications on because you do not want to miss a video when I upload. If you do not turn notification on, how you gonna know I uploaded? Make sure you guys give this video a fat thumbs up. But that's the end of this video. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.